Hello, my beautiful faces. If you're watching this video, that means that you stumbled upon this video in some way, and I do hope that you stay with me for a while. I know you don't know anything about this channel yet, so we're just gonna dive in, and I'm just gonna let you know what my purpose is here, what it's about, and everything in between. My name is Paige. I'm 29 years old. I'm from Delaware. Very small place. A lot of people don't even know where that is or what that is. Here it's very country. It's not a lot going on. I'm a slower kind of girl, so it doesn't faze me. I don't mind it. I like it. When I go to the city, I enjoy it while I'm there for a little while. But it doesn't take me long before I just want to go back to what I know, which is that slow country life. I have 3 kids. I have 2 daughters and 1 son. My first daughter is 11. My son is 6, and then I have a 9-month-old. So time is flying. Before I know it, she'll be 1. I am in my era of trying to find who I am, what I want to do as a mother, as an individual. Majority of my life I compare to everyone else's, right? What I mean by that is I'm a mother of 3. I became a mom at 17. Right there, I began to compare my life to others, what I have, what I don't have, what I want to do, what I don't want to do, just off of seeing everyone else's successes and seeing so many people ahead of what I've accomplished. And there's a lot to it. So right when I had my daughter at 17, okay, from that point, I was in high school, so I began comparing myself to others. I've worked 2 to 3 jobs always, until fast forward, I met my honey. And when meeting him, he was very traditional. But with that being said, I'm 29. I'm not married. I don't own a home. I don't have a career. I mean, realistically, I don't. I had my 3rd baby, and I went back to work. This was the first time I had a baby, went back to work, and the first time I actually didn't have postpartum. I had postpartum with my other 2, so this was like it was like a new transition for me, right? So with that being said, I had a good job. I worked for the state. Great boss, amazing colleagues. I went back when I was, I want to say, 8 weeks postpartum. I want to say I was 8 weeks postpartum when I went back. And from that point, it was a struggle because we were having childcare issues. Here, childcare for 1 child is between $800 and $1,000 a month. So right there, we were like, okay, we're pulling shit out of the hat here to cover what we have going on. And we hired a nanny. It's still very expensive. It was about $200 a week. And at this point, we had to sit down and we had to figure out what it is that we're going to do. What it is that we're going to, how are we going to figure this out? How are we going to move forward? Because we have money coming in the door and it's going right back out. So it was like, oh my goodness, what are we going to do? And we, I had my babies. I take full accountability at all costs for having, my kids, but things have changed so much. Things are so much, they're more expensive. And you're trying to make it, you're trying to survive while trying to still live life, and you're trying to be a parent, or even if you don't have kids, you're just trying to make it, you're trying to feed yourself, you're trying to go to work, you're trying to maintain, like you're trying to do all these things. So we came to the conclusion that it was more beneficial for me to be home. Livelihood went out the window at that point because if you ask me, that was going to be the job that I was going to retire. Good benefits, good pay, advancement, like all of the opportunities were there. And I had no complaints. But what I thought was for me was now gone. Okay, so now I'm in a space where in my heart, I've been praying since returning to work, asking God to guide me. God, use me. God, deliver me. I'm meant for something, but can you show me what it is? Can you tell me what it is? And with that being said, I'm like, you know what? I'm not a big social media person. When I graduated, that was the first time I ever had Facebook. I had Instagram, which I have Instagram now. And that is Paige, Paige .Leigghhh. Follow me on there. I only had started Instagram because I had started doing nails. And this was during the COVID phase. I was doing it from home, taught myself and everything, and then I was done with it. I went back into the workforce. Just because I didn't like the inconsistency with it. It was inconsistent for sure. You know, when you're doing any kind of entrepreneurship, it's up and it's down, but it was just too much for me to have kids and for what I was trying to do at that time. And I'm like, okay, you know, so that's just failure to me. Like, I'm like, okay, I failed at something else. Well, in this time of us deciding, like, okay, I'm going to stay home. I'm going to be a stay-at-home mom. And I'm going to lose myself. I'm going to lose my mind is what I'm thinking. At the same time, I'm like, well, it's a blessing to be able to be home and parents with my kids. But you still have that you still want that sense of individuality. You still want that sense of being able to get dressed up and just go out, accomplish something. You want that sense of, you want to feel complete. But I sat down and I started thinking, I don't watch TV, okay? If so, I'm watching A&E First 48. That I can watch. Element, I get down with that too. But other than that, like, I don't watch TV. I don't really have any big hobbies besides spending money shopping. And we know as much as we want to do it, I have to put a cap on that. You know, I have kids, I have responsibilities here. And so I'm just like, dang, like, what am I going to do? But what am I always doing? I'm always on YouTube trying to learn things, looking up things, watching videos. Like, I've always been an outsider of YouTube. Now, I did start YouTube back when I want to say I was about 15. That page is actually still up. It is still up. I have like home remedies on there, just getting dressed for school and just little things. I don't even want to take it there because I watch those videos and I wish I had access to that account, but I can't remember any information from it. So it's like, I have to give it up and I have to start fresh, and that's completely fine. But so outside of that, I've always been an outsider of YouTube, but I'm like, why not be an insider? Like, why not just be an advocate for women? Why not be a support system for women? Like, everything that I'm yearning for, why can't I give that back and learn from other people, women, situations, and develop those relationships and those bonds and put out that content, right? So being here is completely new. It's new for me. You're new here. But one thing we're going to do is we're going to learn. We're going to take care of ourselves from the inside out and definitely find who we are. And not only that, but you're going to be turning pages with Paige. So I hope you guys stay a while, like, comment, and please subscribe. And I'll see you guys soon.